Hey everybody, welcome to slamfireradio, episode 456 for May 19th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Kelly.
I'm Adriel.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Mo.
Oh, bother.
I actually was going to bake off tonight, but I like the listeners too much, so I decided to come on. True story.
The seething hatred didn't come through tonight.
And then you didn't want Adriel to make up some fake story while you weren't.
He doesn't make up fake stories anymore about me. He just does it about you, Mo, and everybody believes that. So, anyways. Is this new for this week, or is this
no? I got a new one for Calgary Shooting Center.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into what we did in guns. What we did in guns is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Center. It's Calgary's premier firearms retailer. So what do you got?
They have high capacity, standard capacity, Berthier clips. Berthier clips. Mm-hmm. They're end block clips. They're
they're standard. They're not high capacity because that's what they're allowed.
Maybe there's like lower capacity Berthier clips that you can get. Anyways, these are 5-rounders, end blocks. They're $70 a pop.
Those are really hot.
They're not cheap, but I'd imagine if you have like a rifle like this that you have no options. So yeah, they've got those.
Okay.
World War I. Oh, there was a 3-shot magazine. It was too small, so they made a 5-rounder. Interesting.
2 more shots. Count.
2 more.
More.
It's better.
Ooh, it's better.
More better. Mm-hmm.
More better. Yes.
Yes.
Adriel, you're right there. So why don't you tell us what you can?
I'm right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put out that jarred J180 video.
Saw that.
Been sitting on that for a while. I think the most people just recognize that the magazine incompatibility is an issue, which I don't know why, but it seems to be an issue on a lot of like new guns. A lot of new guns, they're just like don't do the standard AR mag well, and they do something weird, and then they introduce new problems, and they got to fix them. So I think with that gun, yeah, there's definitely some magazine things that need to get fixed with it. I got a new PAL in the mail. That was neat.
You did.
Didn't take long. Yeah. And I didn't know. What was
because
happen.
It's attached to your new address. Correct.
Well, it's attached to my new address and it's my new PAL.
Oh,
because I had to renew.
Okay.
Maybe I got it fast because of both of those things. But like they emailed me and they're like, "Hey, you got restricteds and stuff. Are you still going to keep those?" I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah."
Did I apply for just the non-restricted one? And then I didn't hear anything back. And then I thought I was scary. Like months were gonna go by, and they'd be like, "Actually, you applied for the other one. Now you have to reapply or some BS." But no, they just sent it to me. So,
when did you originally apply for the renewal?
I can check my email and I could see that.
No, like roughly, like it was.
Wow,
months.
Mo's concerned because he's 8 months out and he just applied. You'll get it in a month.
I only got 8 months left.
You'll be fine, Mo.
Do you want to hear a secret?
February.
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, maybe not even February.
Do you want to hear a secret?
Sure.
Okay, so I had to renew last year, and it was due to be renewed. It expired on my birthday, which is March 31st. Maybe I shouldn't have said that aloud. Anyways, end of March. I renewed at the beginning of March. I got it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I got it in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
I applied March 1st, and I got mine this week. So
wow.
Not at all. Yeah.
Well, if we're spreading secrets, last time I I wasn't like 1 month before. I was like almost 6 months after, and I was still able to renew online.
Oh,
still within the grace period.
You got a year and 2 months, Mo. You're good.
On tonight's episode, all secrets will be revealed.
Because there is a 6 month grace period after it expires.
Yeah. There is. Yeah.
So
no,
I mean, you're still not gonna be able to buy anything in store, but
yeah.
My secrets stay.
Okay, I have a question. Why is my profile picture Adriel?
I don't know. Why is it Adriel?
Why
did you choose to make it Adriel?
What are you trying to tell us?
Anyways, interesting. I've gone into the Slamfire account. That might be anonymous.
Yeah, we probably all
Yeah,
share
maybe.
that one.
Okay.
And then I put in some perimeter lighting around
I
here,
saw.
so you can
Or
see that
see.
like lighting.
Ooh.
I still haven't finished the ceiling, but I put some lighting in. I didn't want to finish the ceiling and then like start raising stuff and putting wires in, so I'm doing kind of both at the same time, and I think it looks great. The
I think it
lighting in
looks
here
good,
feels
too.
way better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not done either. I've still got like a bunch to do over there. I got some over here, but I've been putting like all of them on switches so I can like turn the back ones off or turn the side ones off or turn my face one. I just do whatever I want to on here. So I'm just gonna get all the switches going.
Yeah.
Get it all switched
I
up.
like the back, by the way. It looks much better than last week. Just saying.
I put a gun up on the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe
saw
I'll
that.
change. Maybe I'll change that the rifle every time.
Yeah.
I got the SVT-40 up there because
See if people can recognize what it is and then
Ooh.
send it in or make mentions in the comments. And then you also have all your winnings. All your
yeah. I
think
put them
that's
on
cool.
a 2x2 sitting on the wall. I'll make something nicer at some point.
Highly decorated shooter, Adriel.
Highly decorated, just Chaz, but but yes, highly decorated. Yeah, I don't know, and yeah, I grabbed a couple of extra guns. I was out at a wedding over the weekend and grabbed a couple of extra rifles that were at my parents' place and brought them home. So
awesome.
I've got my grandma's Savage 6, and I've got all my red rifles came back. So I've got a Mosin, an SVT, an SKS. And I can't remember what else I had out there, but I got some more stuff to
Nice.
put away. Yeah. PV Mart has a 30 long gun and 10 handgun safe on sale for $550. Whew.
Yeah.
Love PV Mart. PV
Okay.
Mart's a real dad place to go. Oh my God.
I shop there.
All the like. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you saying? Tractor Supply Store is now the PV Mart here in Kingston.
I love going in there. It's like all like yard and like all this boring dad shit that no one cares about, but love it. Love it.
It's pretty good.
Ours has an excellent like spice selection for grilling and that.
Yeah.
Spice selection. Okay.
It
That's
does.
that's some general store vibes going there. We got tractor parts and we got spices. We got just a little bit of everything. Whatever we got though, that's the only thing you can get in town.
Excuse me, sir. Where do I find the spices?
Aisle 5.
Had in this week. Well, a train from Kansas City came in, so we got a little bit of this. Yeah, I'm clearly done what I've done in guns. Kelly, what about you?
Mine's short and sweet too. I have not had any time to do it. I'm just swamped at work. So I'm getting ready for this weekend. We're doing a Maple Seed doubleheader in Woodview this weekend. So super excited about that. It's the Johnson Ranch. We typically go there once or twice a year. The Johnson Ranch, they built a Maple Seed range for us. So it's out near Peterborough. So I'm super excited about that. We got a new Shoe Shoots podcast that's going to be coming out on in June. We're going to be talking cowboy action, so stay tuned for that. It's the second Tuesday of June, just to let you know. And yeah, I think that's it. I did not go skeet shooting like I was supposed to last night.
Oh,
yep. Just too busy at work. I'm training for the next 3 weeks virtually, and it's just draining me. And I did not go. Kelly and I were going to go and shoot at the range on the weekend, but Kelly had to go and do some sighting of her rifle. So I decided to go and take advantage of Rock Thunder being open. It opened on Sunday, so I went there instead. That was it. So that's me.
Is that your
nothing? I've done
nothing. Your qualifying MQT on the background there? Whose is that?
No, I will look at it. So we had an MQT on there, and we had some people that were confused about round counts, and so we drew it on an MQT, and they're down on the ground, and they were able to actually keep up with the problem with with the MQT qualifying test, so they didn't lose count or whatever. So helping them out. It's when we were nicer, when we were a kinder, gentler program way back when.
I just
we
yell
first
at people. I don't do that anymore.
I know we've changed quite a bit. By the way, it's the 5th anniversary this last week of Project Maple Seed incorporating and having our first official event.
Nice.
That was really, really cool. Yeah, it's been doesn't feel like it's been 5 years, feels like it's been forever. And then it also feels it's changed a lot, but it's also gotten so much better as well. So, and not only that, I was able to go across the country quite a few times with Project Maple Seed and meet a whole bunch of different people and like thousands of people, and
sleep in random parking lots and ranges.
Sleeping in random parking lots and driving nonstop for days, literally. And yeah, I get to meet the best people in the whole entire world. Yeah. So probably would do it all over again. Probably. Anyways. Probably. Mo, what about you? What did you do in guns this week?
I had a match in Quebec, a IPSC match at Sandhill Club, which is near Sherbrooke.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can make fun of me now because my small batches of ammo bit me in the ass.
No way.
Because I found out last minute that it was going to be 8 stages and a higher round count, which is good, except I didn't think I would have enough. It would be borderline. It would be one of those where I just wouldn't have enough for the last stage to load up. So I had to go to a sale outdoor store, which only had 115 grain. I obviously had to pay for it. And so, yeah, that was last minute. Yay. The match went mostly well. Is it too soon to complain about heat in mid?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
However, I do sympathize with you because on Saturday, it was Saturday when you shot the match, correct?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was almost 30 degrees here. So I'll give it to you. It was warm and it was completely sunny. So yeah, I'll give it to you. It was warm.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think my diet of coffee only and no water it's also biting me in the ass. So I got to start drinking more water before I go to these things.
Yeah,
because I get
coffee and energy drink. You're good to go.
Oh, and
hangover. Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah, because I started to wilt, and I was doing pretty well, and in the last few stages, I was just like
hot. Did you talk about this already? About you needing to drink water?
Yeah, I know. And then I don't do it, and then
and
then when I'm in that moment, I'm like, why didn't I drink more water? So, anyways, it went pretty well. Like I said, except for the last few stages, and it was a lot of fun because it was a bigger match. I then registered for another match in Quebec this weekend, and I made plenty of extra ammo, so it should be good. Looking forward to that. I also registered for the Lunatic Tactical match in August, so I'm officially registered, paid up, all set to go.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I better register. I just 100%. Thought I didn't need to. That I was just going to have
calling all shotgun shooters in Canada.
For me.
Time to register.
God, I'm a princess, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And then the best part was I took a new shooter to the range, first timer yesterday. Awesome. So we were a little bit short on time. So she had never shot before, and I brought my Smith & Wesson combo. I started her off with the what's called the Victory 22. Which she liked, and it's so like mild, right, to shoot that pistol, and so she liked that, and then I had also brought my revolver, which is another Smith & Wesson, what's it called, Combat Model 66.
Okay.
And I had brought 38 Special. I didn't bring the 357, and she did notice that obviously the recoil was even on a 38 was much more than a 22, and so she liked it, and we were short on time, so I'm going to take her back and do some rifle stuff as well. But that was it for the first time.
Hey, question.
Yes.
Well, first of all, that was awesome that you were able to do that, and you're going to take it back again. It means you didn't scare her off.
No.
So,
I might
okay.
have scared her off, but the guns didn't.
Okay. I
No,
have a question
kidding.
for you. Did you look at your schedule yet? Are you coming out to Maple Seed?
Yeah.
Don't sound so happy about it, but
No, it's not I don't want to do it. I'm worried about, like, again, the heat and stuff like that.
Oh, I
'cause
know.
I just don't do well. I like cold. I could do cold all year round. I know that sounds
there's
Blasphemy.
Stittsville
Is it?
Stittsville is posted, and it has spots available, and it's in October.
Okay, that would be October would be good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Register for
possibility.
that. All right.
Yeah. Blasphemy, eh? No, give me cold, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, it's like it's raining and hailing here today. So that's
Really?
yeah.
It's raining here, but
Is it soft
warm.
hail or?
Yeah, it's like snow.
Yeah. Hard snow. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it for me. How about you, Kyle?
Well, I did a couple things. So I did end up going out to the High Prairie Gun Show on the weekend. And, well, it was a gun show. There was nothing really, well, besides one thing, but overall, it was nothing special. It was the same thing as always. Same stuff you expected to see there. It was still good. Lots of people there. So it was good to see that they had a good turnout. But there was one booth that was really interesting because I haven't seen that before, but the Alberta CFO office, they actually put a table at the gun show. And our actual Alberta CFO was there to talk. And she had actually a little bit of her private collection, all prohib stuff. And ended up standing there talking with her for, had to have been over half an hour. Just everything, what she's doing, what she came into, and what she's dealing with, and then kind of her goals going forward for what she wants to do for Alberta. And one of the big ones, and it became very evident, is that they are actually wanting more ranges to open. They're there to try and help the ranges open, stay open, do whatever they need to do. And so that was a kind of a breath of fresh air. And
That's interesting.
prefaced it really good because she had her prohib, part of her prohib collection, like she said, a small fraction. I don't want to lose my stuff. So yeah, after that conversation is really good and really convinced to me that Alberta now has a CFO that is actually behind the gun owners and is actively fighting for gun owners. So I know we had highlighted that she had wrote the government about the OIC, or was it the OIC or?
Yeah, it was the OIC.
And,
And also the municipal handgun, basically, or the provincial.
Yeah. Well, she had copies of it there, and I read it, but she had another letter about this May 18th stuff with this new backdoor registry that she had written a letter to. Guess what? She found out the same way everyone else did, a Twitter post.
Wow.
Quite literally, that's how she found out about it.
Apparently, that's how our government works, through Twitter posts.
Twitter,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And then she was saying that I haven't seen it yet, but she was submitting a third letter on this past Tuesday. So
About?
she's same thing. And like she's basically right now she's trying to put the pieces in place. Like I flat out asked her about the potential of Alberta saying, screw the federal firearms program. What are the chances of Alberta just saying, screw the federal firearms program, let's just adopt our own? And her words to me were, right now, 0. But the stuff she wants to put in place, including handling, like issuing PALs, would then work towards that end goal.
Okay.
We need
make
our own
that possible.
police force, and we need to pick the RCMP up, which they're not doing terrifically well nationally, anyways.
But
No.
in the end, it was an amazing conversation, and one that was definitely I was really glad I went to the gun show, because before I went to that table, I was like, okay, well, it's just another gun show. But yeah, that made the trip for sure. That was worth the 4 hours of driving.
Absolutely.
Other than that, I actually did make it to the range this week. Tuesday night, I joined our defensive, or I think they call themselves Dynamic Pistol Group, for their bi-weekly shoot. I haven't made it to one in a while, but it's definitely glad I made it this night. So we worked on just a little bit of fundamentals in that, and then we ended up playing with some ballistics gel, and one of the guys is actually a medic, and he brought some of his old level 2 armor that needed to be disposed of. So we played around with that and saw what that stuff can do, and I gotta say, I am surprised, both in the ballistics gel, because we had everything from 9, well, not everything, we had 9, 40, 10 mil, 45, and defensive rounds, full metal jacket, and we tested this stuff. The only thing that stayed in this block of ballistics gel, which I'm going to say was probably around 16, 18 inches deep, was the 40 cal. 9 mil, even the defensive 9 mil rounds punched straight through it. The 40 cal stopped about 10 to 12 inches in. And then, yeah, like the 10 mil, the 40 cal stopped. Everything else passed through. And then we played around with the level 2 armor, and that stopped everything. Yeah.
Huh. I didn't think level 2 was rated
did
for a lot of that stuff.
I didn't think so either, and I have the rounds to prove it. Like, it just flattened it. So I took one of my lead polymer coated rounds, and it just flattened it.
Did you guys shoot FMJs at it though?
Yeah, we did, and it stopped those too. It's pretty much the same thing. Just flattened them. This is the 40 cal defensive round, and it's really interesting because if you can see there, it pushed the center in, and then where it's supposed to expand, curled around the outside of it.
Huh.
And then the 5 of us lined up and just unloaded on it. But so grouping in a single point, it took 6 rounds before we had to pass through. So
good stuff.
I was very surprised, especially level 2, and it was fun. I was really glad I went that night because, yeah, I got to play with ballistics gel and some, dispose of some level 2 armor.
So what you got out of this week is that you really went to a gun show, and really glad you went to the range.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a good week.
Awesome.
Good week.
Yeah.
Did you guys try rifle rounds on it?
No, we can't shoot rifle in our indoor range, and that's the only thing we have open open period right now for pistol or rifle. It'll be a while before we have outdoor pistol.
Yeah.
So you gotta work on that design and get that submitted to the CFO. But that is
cool.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Okay,
Nice.
Let's get into our upcoming events. Upcoming events are sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively with the firearms vertical. They help with business processes, strategic planning, websites, e-commerce, and battling the stigma of the industry. Carries with banks, merchant processors, and I can't talk, and social media. So go and check them out at tilosalpha.com. Yeah, so a couple things. We have a Maple Seed count. Hey, so go and check out the new Project Maple Seed website that Adriel did. All the events are listed on it, and you can. It's not. Yeah, go and
updated the
do
pictures.
That. What?
Updated the pictures.
You did.
And,
you updated the pictures.
Put all the events on there.
Yeah, for the most part. There is a few more.
Part.
Yeah, there's a few more events. Well, not a few. There's quite a few more events that are going to be coming up. But anyways, go and check it out. So, and so you can even join Mo in Stittsville in October when he's not going to melt. right?
Yeah,
Mo?
I looked at the dates, and it's 22nd and 23rd. That sounds much cooler at that time of year. So
Yes.
You're gonna freeze
Yeah.
your ass off. It's gonna
I'm
rain.
good with it.
Well,
I'm
we
good
could
with it.
host like a most special here in like end of January, beginning of February, if you really want.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
In Grand Prairie? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what this means, Mo.
Yeah. It means you're literally going to freeze your ass off. So, anyways. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to get into the news because, yeah, let's just get into the news. Chaz, Adriel, this is you, I know, because it's Chaz. So, what's going on with that?
Buying some neighboring land. We've had a problem neighbor that's like complained about a bunch of stuff. They're trying to sell their land. They're like complaining because, you know, if they can cause issues with us, it makes their land more expensive, and we just bought them out. So
Enough is enough.
we have a bunch of land now, and I think we're going to put some camping on there. Not right away, but
Well, that's
we'll
a good
need
idea.
permits and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's up above the floodplain, so we could develop, like, there's development possibilities, I guess you could say. So maybe we could put in like an indoor range up there. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Indoor range, some camping, and then the outdoor range, like down the hill. That would be very nice. And there's definitely space for it. But yeah, there's all sorts of interesting potentials that you could do with that space.
Sweet.
That's great news.
It's good news. I don't know if it'll make the county permitting things go any faster, but he was one of the prime people that was complaining to the county, and maybe now that he's out of the picture, the county will just like do other things. Probably.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have problem the message in this is a little bit messages this week, by the way. The message in this is if your neighbors are being assholes, go and buy their land. Okay.
Well, like if you're a range, you kind of do need to have control over the land like nearest to you. So
Yeah, you do.
either that's friendlies or that's just buying them. And I mean, friendlies don't stay friendlies forever. Someone who might be cool just buying a land next to a range to start with might get old on them when they want to like sell that land and they find out that it's not worth as much because there's that range there.
Yeah. But unfortunately, they're not too smart if they're going, well, I bought anyways. Okay. You bought a piece of land beside a range. The range was there first. Kurt, retail
range was, yeah.
sales.
Oh, yeah. So this P&D and Frontier both took note of this at different times, but P&D was saying this week was their highest week for retail sales ever. And Frontier Firearms said that they had their largest run-on guns in decades as well. And this is because on the 18th, which was yesterday, that pseudo registry that's not a registry came into effect. So everyone wanted guns that weren't on the books.
Yay.
They're still on the books. Like those
Yeah.
retailers still have those sales records.
Yeah.
But they're not on the books.
Yeah.
Anyways, it seems like everything is a reason for buying a gun. There's always a panic, right? Whether it be
new laws or fear of new laws always drive more sales.
Yep.
Yep.
Correct. You remember when the OIC?
Mm-hmm.
Remember before that? Remember season? Yeah.
Boogaloo bread and the COVID
and
AR-15s and the riots in the US over what is it, last summer or the summer before. Like there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse to buy guns.
Yes. So what did we learn from this? There's always an excuse.
Want to buy it cheap and stack it deep.
We're learning all sorts tonight.
Right?
My learning is to always have like a few thousand rounds of whatever you need on hand, because when it gets expensive, you'll be like, oh my God, thank God I have like 3,000 rounds of this and I don't need to buy this stuff at whatever silly price it's on.
Right. That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Thousands of rounds.
Stockpile.
Yes. Stockpile. Thousands of rounds. Buy more guns. Got it.
Okay.
Good messaging.
Excellent. So the next one is Graybird. Should we put this in here?
I did. I saw it on Facebook.
Did you too? Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have them on, by the way. I was chatting with them. So, but they're moving to the US, and do you know why?
more
Because
opportunity.
Canada is a terrible place to have a firearms business.
Pretty
Yes.
much, yeah.
I
They're
know.
probably making good business selling into Brownells, because like Brownells carries their products.
They're
And
carrying.
as soon as Brownells
Yeah.
starts carrying your product, you're like, oh, I can sell
Yeah.
way more guns to those guys. I don't have to deal with the dicking around here
With all the
and this
hassle.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, why? If you've got an innovative firearms business, Canada's like not a great place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Unfortunately,
totally
we're
get
losing
it.
them.
It sucks, but I totally get it.
But yeah. Anyways, so good on them, I guess. Sad for us. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Saddle Hill. And while you guys doing
Mhm.
that, I'm just going to actually put you on. I'm just going to get, Anyways, take care of business, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saddle Hill, this is your neck of the woods, isn't it, Hef?
It is, yeah.
Do you know anything about this? I took note of it because there's a lawsuit. Okay.
Actually, I talked to the guy who. So this Saddle Hills, this range that they're trying to. Just a little bit of a background.
Mhm.
This range that this Saddle Hills Target Association is trying to open. Actually started out as an extension of Wapiti Shooters Club.
Okay.
And the people that we had in there didn't have time, whatever, and someone else took it on, and it separated from Wapiti Shooters Club and became the Saddle Hills Target Association. This has been in the works for, I want to say, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a great facility. Long range. I designed the multi-gun range for it and everything. Basically, what I got on Saturday when I was talking with basically the guy who took it over from us and has been putting out the money and doing all the work to try and get this going, he said that basically people involved in this have already tried to stop it twice before. Now they've actually made their own association and are trying to file a lawsuit because, and this is actually really interesting because I ended up at the same fire as one of the people who created this environmental associations that is filing this lawsuit, and basically it's over quadding areas.
Oh, so there's
They
politics
would quad
over...
through there all the
Yeah.
time and whatnot, so they do not want the range to go through there. I can tell you that Saddle Hills Target Association is not concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the people involved in this have tried this, I guess, already twice before and that. But I did take a quick peek at the post, and it turns out they're hearing for the rezoning of the land that they are actually been given a lease to already. They just need it rezoned. Was canceled, I guess, just to hear these guys out. But this is how new ranges go, at least in Alberta in certain areas. You put in, and in certain areas it can be a crapshoot because there was a shotgun range supposed to be opening down in the county of Leduc. Guy put a couple $1 million into it, owned the land. It wasn't leased land, owned the land, and ended up getting shut down. So like this, I believe this Saddle Hills Target Association, that range will go forward, and I can't wait for it to go forward because then it'll be another place to shoot where you can shoot long range, do the multi-gun and everything, or the dynamic shooting without concern of surrounding neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people in the Grand Prairie area just go into the bush, right? There's so much crown land around you guys.
That's what they're doing now, and they're not going that far.
Mm-hmm.
They're going around the corner and shooting there, which is worse than just shooting at a range.
Yeah.
So it'll go forward, I'm sure, but it's just it's been the same story for the last 5 years. There's always somebody, like, they're actually on their second or third location for it. It's already been approved.
Okay.
CFO approved it. They just need the rezoning, and then it's happening. So
All right. Okay.
Cool.
Did we learn anything from this? Just checking.
general public are
Yeah.
idiots. stupid bunch of words I can't say on air.
If you're quadding, by the way, gun clubs are great because they also help take care of the land and keep it trimmed so that you can go and quad. Just saying. Anyways, all right.
Roads.
So then, what?
Yeah. They keep care of roads and stuff like that too, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did add one thing. It's the CCFR NFA Ragil TACA update. So this was posted today on the Canadian Coalition for Firearms Rights, the Canadian National Firearms Association, which is the NFA, the Canadian Coalition for Firearms Rights, CCFR, and Rod Gil-Tacker are pleased to announce that the intellectual property litigation between the parties regarding the logos has been concluded to the mutual satisfaction of both parties. So it's been settled. We can stop fighting now, and we can move on to what's actually really important, guys.
Fighting about the next thing?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Saving her. And yeah. Okay. So that's that. Yeah. So what did we learn? I'm just going to stop right here.
Well, we need more details to see what we learned. People can be adults and come to an agreement without.
There you go. And we can work together as a team so that we all have the same goal.
Yeah.
Which is to keep our firearms. Okay, speaking of which, the CCFR legal defense donations, there's a couple that they just posted. So there's one that Listo Rifle and Revolver Club they donated another $2,500 to the Legal Fund Challenge.
Nice.
And then also the Bradford Shooting Club in Uxbridge, Ontario. They also donated $500 to the Legal Challenge. So thank you to those clubs. If your club wants to do a donation or if you want to do it to yourself, you can go over to the CCFR webpage. You can donate to the Legal Fund by sending an EMT to finance@firearmsrights.ca. But the reality is go over there and become a member as well, either through as a club. Being a club would be great, actually, but to individual, family, or business as well. Become members, donate to the Legal Fund, go buy some swag. You're helping out with that as well. Okay. Bolt Action Coffee. We're going to go get into new gun stuff, but Bolt Action Coffee is SlamFireradio is the brand ambassador for Bolt Action Coffee. The coffee is roasted in really small quantities, kind of like Mo and his ammo there. Yeah, it's really good coffee. Go get your hands on it by going over to boltactioncoffee.com. Put the discount code SLAMFIRE, all one word, all capital letters, and you'll get sent to you at your home. New gun stuff. Adriel?
Yeah, the first one I have here is the Mauser M15. This looks like a GSG 15 that's been branded by Mauser, which GSG has done with, what was the other one they did? Anschutz. They did an Anschutz version of their GSG 15 as well that had like a fancier stuff on it. So it's a fancier GSG 15.
Yeah.
Go check that out if you want. The next one, I think I'm gonna let's share some window.
That's pretty.
That one. Uno momento.
Por favor.
There we go. There's the M15, which yeah, it looks like kind of like the GSG 15, but with a couple things that are different. Stock's different. The sights are different, and that might be it. The Oryx is a new field stock. This is not out yet. This will be out summer of 2022. It's more inexpensive, more cheaper. It comes with a rising cheek rest, adjustable cheek rest.
Yep.
And it's more of like PRS style stock. So rather than like aluminum, skeleton, adjustable everything, it's more like, I don't know. It's not a standard rifle stock. More of a sporting rifle stock. They're calling it their field stock. It's $299 US or $350 Canadian. And the part I like the best, it comes in like lots of different wild colors. The days of black, FDE, ODG, those days are gone. You got the ODG in there, and then they've got blue and red and stark blue and red.
Looks like Ferrari red. Look at that.
Yeah,
well, I mean, like their stocks are made to be run on competition rifles, right? You might as well go super colorful on your competition rifle. You don't need camo or anything like that. You're not trying to be a tactical operator. You're just trying to like I don't know, shoot.
Win.
Win. So
Win.
I like it. I
By the
like
way,
it.
What
that is
platforms are
fast.
they making it for?
Inlets. Rem 700, Howa 1500, Tika, and Savage short actions to start with. But I bet you they'll add their other ones because
Yep.
they have a whole, like, if you look at their other Oryx stock, it comes in like everything.
Sweet.
Yep.
I like.
The next one. So I'd been looking for, I was kind of having a hankering for a cheap European side-by-side or over-under. Tradex sold all their stock, and I was trying to figure out who bought it all. I think I found it. So Inter Surplus has a whole crap ton of very reasonably priced side-by-side and over-under shotguns. These are all European shotguns, primarily like trap and skeet guns. They're not made for steel. A lot of these are a little bit older. Their prices are incredible. $300, give or take, gets you a side-by-side or an over-under. So I was looking at their over-unders because they were very reasonable as well, and a lot of bicals and that kind of things. A couple of Fegs and Merkles and that kind of thing. But yeah, decent priced. This Feg will get you ejectors and a double trigger, which is kind of neat.
Ooh, double trigger. Cool.
Yep. Stock has a crack behind the tang. Whatever. Nothing a little bit of Gorilla Glue won't fix. I mean, okay, so like for an over-under, over-unders are expensive. Like a bare bones Stoger IGA crappy over-under is like $700. You could go that way. But what if you don't like trap? Well, if you just go get one of these, because the thing about one of these, you could buy something like this, shoot it for a couple of years, be like, hey, I want to upgrade to like something really fancy, and sell it for the same price you bought it for, because they don't get any cheaper than $300 for a working over under or double barrel or whatever, in my opinion, anyways. So I might buy one. I don't know if I should get a side by side or over under though.
One of each.
Over under. Oh yeah, it's $300. Yeah, go and get one of each.
Buy
Yeah,
both.
get both.
Look at all that room you have behind you. You got
Side by sides are cool, but I do prefer shooting over under.
Have you guys ever tried hunting with a side by side? It feels like the dumbest thing in the world. It just feels terrible.
I grew up grouse hunting with the side by side.
Oh, I hate it so much. Over under is like, yeah, I've got, this is a proper sight field. Side by side is like, what am I even looking at? Maybe that's just me. Delask has, in their words, a metric shit ton of barrels. They took 3,000 pounds of blanks to turn barrels from. So they got it. They got some source material.
They got some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And they will be
I always like their barrels.
cranking them out. They're, they have very reasonably priced 22 barrels for 1022s and that kind of a thing. They do like 45 ACP barrels. They do all kinds of things. So, I checked. They have 22 barrels of like every length and finish that you want, fluted, non-fluted, 8.5-inch barrel, 12.5-inch barrel. They got it all. Oh, speaking of which, I did order some stuff from them. Not a barrel, but
okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to open up the last one here. I just haven't seen these before. Have you seen this brand of 22 before, Kelly? Norma Match. Sounds fancy. Norma Match 22 high velocity. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Why a high velocity?
Why wouldn't it open for me?
Why wouldn't it be a standard velocity? Well, it says target velocity of 1,100 feet per second. 1080 is like your standard velocity. 1,100 is pretty close to it. Why are they calling it high velocity?
No idea.
Should be faster than that for high velocity. Target velocity is what it says on the side of the box. Maybe it's not really high velocity. It's target velocity.
I don't think so.
Anyways.
I've never heard of that brand before.
Well, Norma I have, but not Norma like
Match.
Normally they make like Centerfire and that kind of stuff, not Rimfire stuff. Yeah. They're getting someone else to rebrand. Maybe it's like RWS or something like that they're rebranding. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting, so I thought I would share. That's
Thanks for sharing.
All I've got this week.
All right. Okay. let's get into the main topic. So for tonight's main topic, Adriel was thinking that it might be a great idea to talk about the new individual web services to transfer a firearm, because there's it was a little bit of an issue yesterday. So I thought, or
It's a
we
bit of an
thought,
issue today.
yeah, a big yes. So Adriel, why don't we get into
You
that?
tried
then?
using it?
No.
Have you
not
logged?
yet.
Have you logged in and tried it?
No. Why don't
So-
you actually do that while we're on the air here?
I don't want to log into it because there'll be some personal information on there that I don't want to show people. But
Okay, then
I
never
can
mind.
kind
Good
of
point.
go through. If you haven't done it before, do it before you need to transfer a gun, because it's a little bit complicated. You have to verify either with a G key, GC key, G key, whatever,
GC
some sort of
key,
key, or through your bank. And
Yeah, your sign-in partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as your bank is supported. Some of the banks aren't supported. I had problems with when I actually signed up for tried to renew my PAL. I had issues because this is also how you would do your PAL renewal
Yep.
online.
Yep. That's
Yep.
how I did mine. Yep.
Yeah, and I ran into issues trying to verify with my bank because it just didn't want to work. I tried more recently here and it worked just fine.
Okay.
So you got to get past that. I don't know how you're supposed to do this on a mobile phone, because it is like the usability is not good, and you're like bouncing between different platforms and different domains and that kind of thing, because it's a government site and it's a mess. You log so if get all your stuff figured out. Be sure that you can log in before you buy or sell a gun. Once you get in there, there's a new section that's transferring non-restricted firearms, where you can verify a buyer or seller's PAL. You can go in there and you can punch in their info, and you're off to the races. It does ask for their email address, and you need that to match the email address they have on file.
On the personal side?
Yep, on the personal
Really?
side. Mm-hmm. So there's some setup that you'll need to do here. It's not just going to work. And I had a few buddies of mine try it today, and they said it verified the other person's PAL, and when it came time to give them the reference number, it died. So that might be a thing that happens today or tomorrow or later, is it might just not give you a reference number. I don't know how much that matters. I get it. Strictly, we're supposed to get that for, to obey the law and whatever. But if their web thing breaks, seems like
I was
their
gonna say,
problem.
so they released a new application first thing yesterday morning, and it didn't handle all the traffic.
And it's the RCMP we're talking about, though. So
I never would have thought.
Yeah, no. So it's not really handling the traffic that we're sending to it. But if you need to use it, make sure you've got all that stuff set up beforehand, because I wouldn't want to be on the side of the road trying to give a guy a gun, looking at their PAL, and trying to do this on this website for the first time. All out on my lonesome. It wouldn't fly.
Doesn't sound smooth.
Not yet. Now it is fast. You punch in your thing, they punch in their thing, and it's done. That part's good, because right now, if you were to do a restricted firearm transfer, you would call in as the seller, give them answer a million stupid questions for the million. Is that your mailing address and where you live? Yes, of course it is. Okay, well then on to the next question. You've answered probably a million times. Yeah, so I mean, you don't have to answer those questions, which is very nice, because I hate answering those questions over and over again. So it's quick. You don't have to call in. There's no waiting on hold. It just happens, and you get to verify that they have a valid PAL. I don't know how often, beforehand. Beforehand, you still could ask the person to see their PAL. You could take a look at their PAL. Yeah, it looks legit, and go on with your life. Maybe, just maybe, in the 4 years it's been revoked since, but I don't know how big of a risk they were actually obviating by doing this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then that reference is between the two individuals, and it's good for 90 days, correct? So in theory, those two people could exchange more firearms, I guess.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to even transfer a
No.
firearm. It's just
Just
like
say,
you could be checking that they have a valid PAL.
just check.
I'm not even talking pricing until you make sure that you give me your PAL and I can verify that I'm not
Yeah.
just wasting my time talking to some rando on the internet. So I might just go verify your PAL online first, and then we're going to get a transfer reference. And okay, now we can talk pricing.
Right.
Hmm.
Do you have
So
to do this
if it-
for ammo?
no.
No.
No. So I can still sell ammo to people who don't have a license knowingly and get restorative justice instead of a prison.
Good Lord. Now.
You where I'm going with this?
We're back to restorative justice.
Well, that's
Oh,
like
last week's
week we were
conversation.
talking about people getting away with supplying ammo to people who shouldn't have it. And yeah, no reference. No reference.
Yeah.
Just knowingly. I mean, so we had that before. If you supplied ammo to someone who you know doesn't have a license, it's against the law. And we still have it now. If I supply a firearm to someone who doesn't know, I know they don't have a license, I'll still get nailed for it. So now we just do this extra super duper careful thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to. So if you renew your license or online, etc., you got to go and do that GC anyways. So
Yeah.
right.
It's such a bad system. Like I don't know why they like. I'm sure someone got paid, $10 million to figure that thing out and build that thing, but it's so bad.
Mhm.
Yep.
I get a
It
SIN
is.
number. You could there's got to be some better government ID that they could use that doesn't involve
through
me logging in
banks?
with my bank so that
Yeah.
you can verify
Really?
my ID and all this other nonsense.
Why through banks?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
Anyway,
probably-
I tried the GC key because I had
Mhm.
one, and then it said it was revoked for some reason, and then I just signed in through the bank, and I don't know.
I have so many GC keys. I don't know what to do with them. It's a true story. True work. Okay, so have you really done a transfer yet?
I can neither confirm nor deny that I've or transferred any firearms
I just
at
want
all.
to know. Yeah, no,
As I say, have you verified anybody yet?
yes,
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
I just want to know how easy it was. Like
Easy
No.
enough.
easy
If
enough.
you know government websites and you're able to like
Oh, jeez.
the login part is the hardest part. All the other form stuff is basic web form. Super quick, super easy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other best advice, or what was their learning point from this one? For
Some
today?
people were a lot of people bought firearms before this went into play because they were concerned about the government knowing that they have guns. And
Big surprise! They already know you have guns. You got a
well,
license.
if you already have a PAL, they already know. Like I think the only thing that this is like, they don't know you have that gun. So I guess if they make some illegal in the future, and it's like, oh, we know that on, but the longer time goes by, the less value this thing has as a registry. Because at any point you'd be like, oh well, we know you bought Savage Axis in 308 like 10 years ago. Where is that thing? We're like, dude, I don't know. Like I've transferred like 40 firearms since then. It's not in back there. I don't know. It's gone.
Mhm.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I think the only the real risks are you can only buy or sell 5 firearms per year. Otherwise, you have to get a business license. That's a risk.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
it's the add-ons to it,
Yeah.
right? It's the extra layers that they'll start to, oh, we need this, and now we need this, and now we need this, and
actually now we do want the firearm. Yeah, now we want the serial number and everything.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a card. It's not a registration card. It's a reference card
Yeah.
for that firearm.
Yeah. So, and if you have to become a business because you're doing more than 5, then therefore you have to keep those records for 20 years.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then you
There
are
you go.
recording serial number and everything
Yeah.
else.
Correct.
Yeah.
it doesn't seem so bad today, but it won't take long before
It's just like the
gets to that.
Patriot Act. It seems like a good idea until it goes into play, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, what the hell did they do?
When things are done incrementally, it's not as as much of a shock, right? So
as far as I know, just to kind of come like the slippery slope thing here, IPSC was told that they would be able to run full cat mags for IPSC. And then as soon as everything went into play, no. Actually, no.
Oh, I never heard that story. That's true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. That's so long ago that I can't confirm that.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I just learned something new. Good. Wow.
So anybody that's listening to the show, if you actually want to let us know if you've done a transfer, how easy or cumbersome it was, or any problems, just send us an email. So listen, guess what? We're done with that topic, right?
I'm going to do lots of transfers
Okay.
to all sorts of people who I may or may not buy from. And any of those transfers that I'm connected to will quickly lose any usefulness because I will be a super spreader.
Awesome.
No, you're stress testing the system.
Patient zero. Excellent.
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a super spreader. All lines will come in and we're like, I don't know.
All right. Let's get into listener feedback, shall we?
Actually, just one more thing. We probably want people to transfer a lot because at some point they're going to make a business decision on how many transfers is a business. Yeah. And if the average is like 10 a year or 20 a year, that's a good thing for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want that number to be high.
Yeah.
Because they can't make the number too low. It'll be too much of a pain in the ass for too many people.
We're hobbyists. Right? We buy and sell stuff all the time.
And if there's lots of hobbyists that do lots of transfers, then they won't be able to just flip the switch and screw us all, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Apparently, some guy in Alberta transferred 205,000 firearms last year.
Yeah.
I haven't made a script for this yet, but it does look scriptable.
Excellent.
Okay.
I am joking around. For anyone listening, this is for entertaining purposes only.
Absolutely entertainment purposes.
So,
okay.
I just got a question here.
Sure.
Can you loan, borrow non-restricteds without doing this crap? My opinion, reading what they've stated, yes, because you're not selling, you're not. That's what I read into it, but I am a dumb idiot living in northern Alberta, so.
That's probably the case that you can loan or borrow without doing a full transfer. Probably. Yeah. We don't know.
It's about ownership, right?
Yep.
9 tenths of the law. Yep.
That's true. All right, let's get into listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by Army DC Gunsmith. Army DC Gunsmith is a full gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, Cerakote finishes, as well as wood refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms, accessories, optics, and more at dcgunsmith.ca. You can also check him out on Facebook as well as Instagrams. And guess what? I looked. We have any.
We have one email.
Yep. We have one email. Is it new or is the one is it from Josh?
It's from Josh.
Oh, well, I didn't put it in here because.
Hey guys, any idea what I can do with these? I have around 400 of them in various shapes, mostly 9mm. He does. Look at the background. Look at how many of them
I know.
He's got bullet trays.
Okay, so seriously, yeah.
Donate them to daycares for their crafts, their crafts and stuff.
I said tiny ice cube tray.
Yeah.
Make sure you wash them first. Yeah. I don't know. I throw mine out. Recycle.
So what do you guys do with your reloaded 9mm? Do you carry your reloaded 9mm in buckets and boxes and other large receptacles, or do you place them nicely in little shelves like this?
I have a little ammo box that gets carried around in, but I did keep the a bunch of the foam ones for when I'm reloading. I'll stick them in there for checking my primers, and I can actually wiggle that around. And if I'm using my MTM cases, I can actually wiggle them out to get them into there, or just dump them in the ammo can.
have a kitty litter
You
bucket
just-
with all my 9mm ammo in it,
you
for my
just
reloaded
dump
stuff.
Kitty
Yeah, I
litter.
don't. I'm not using this fancy stuff. I have a scoop, like one of those scoops you do for like rice at the bulk barn for 9mm. When I'm like, oh, I need to like get some ammo for this match. When I'm not shooting factory ammo.
Right. Okay. Anybody got any ideas for Josh there? Oh, you know what? You can make candles, little ones.
Mini candles.
Little mini candle,
5-minute candle.
birthday candles.
Yeah.
You know,
Other than just using it for reloaded ammo, no, I wouldn't. Like, and even for reloaded, the problem with that is with reloaded ammo, it needs to go into a box, and all the boxes that those things come in are like disposable. They're not made to be able to reuse. So even though the tray is like heavy duty and could probably be used like 50 times, the box is like toast after one.
Yeah,
a little latch on it. You could store them like that, but again, then you run into the problem of like transport to the range, and also who cares? Just put it in the kitty litter box.
Although if you're storing them like that, and you just stack them up like he has them loaded. Oh, I want 200 rounds. So you just dump it in a little bag or your ammo box, and there you go. Oh, I need
this. You need this scale
now
like
they have
at the grocery store that just has like the hook on it, and you just start scooping the ammo in there. Go by weight. 2 kilos should do it.
That would be awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
Mo did not like that.
No. He's
No.
like a small batch guy. I'm talking about my bulk stuff. Yeah.
All right. So if you'd like to give us a little bit of feedback, send us an email at slamfireradio@gmail.com. Patrons, we don't have any new Patreonies, but there is somebody that
I
needs
gotta
a new
mail
patch.
to 2 people. I have to send 2 letters out. I need to send your box of patches and whatnot. Mose is going with that one, so I'm sending that in the same box, and I need to put 2 letters in the mail.
Right, Mo will get his in October. All right.
I'm sure I'll see you before October.
I'm hoping. Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Actually, we're gonna go on a plane ride together to Alberta. Okay. Why don't we get into shout outs, recommendations, podcasts, YouTube sites, whatever. So, Adriel, what do you got for shout outs?
None. All I've been watching on YouTube is like boring dad stuff on like weed eater, line, reliability, and durability.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Which line is the best? Let's spend 20 minutes watching this guy test weed eater line. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you have more than just a 6x6 patch of grass now, so you're doing research into it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good for you.
Those videos coming soon.
God.
Lawn care video.
No.
Weed eater cord review.
Which one's bulletproof? None are.
Is that important for weed eaters?
Depends where you live.
Yeah, put blades on it. Much better. Well better.
Nice knife blades.
Yeah. Kyle, what about you? Do you got a shout out or recommendation or anything?
No. And like Adriel, I've been watching other stuff on YouTube, but not home care dad stuff. I've been getting in touch with my pre-shooting life and diving. So.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
No. All right. That's awesome. Mo?
I have nothing. Sorry.
You have nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
I thank you all for the lessons learned tonight. I guess.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we have the show title.
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to the guys at First Focal Plane. If you want, well, it's basically recommendations. Go on over to their new podcast. It's called Ballistically Shooting Podcast. Go over and check that out.
Ballistically speaking.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ballistically speaking. I literally have.
Sorry, the audio got all garbled after this. I think StreamYard had some sort of problem. But we'll see you next week.